People who got caught having sex at work, what happened? I plant trees for a living and hire over 30 20-somethings and send them into remote areas for days at a time. Often I set up trail cameras to track progress and get cool time-lapse shots and also wildlife pics. On more than a few occasions I've seen photos of staff walking off together in one glorious blowjob shot perfectly framed. I delete the photos and don't make a big deal of it. If it doesn't impact their tree numbers, I just consider them on break. Most of the time they are paid per tree planted, so it's up to them how much time they want to plant versus duck. How would someone get into this? Edit, JFC you horny bastards, I am asking about trees. Lots of colleges offer ecological restoration diplomas or foresty specific routes. Often we just hire manual labor, so if people are willing to plant we hire. It's tough work. Edit, I took you seriously bro. Happy planting. Not me, but 2 co-workers at a small family restaurant got caught having sex in the bathroom when the owner literally opened the door on them because they didn't lock it. The girl was bent over the sink and they were watching themselves in the mirror. He slammed the door shut, and when they came out a few minutes later, panicky and shamefaced, he yelled at them, "If you're gonna do that, you clock out first." While the rest of us laughed our asses off. Small family restaurant, oh. Yep, was thinking that also lol. I worked at Whole Foods. A man and wife worked together and the wife was 6+ months pregnant. One day the wife goes out to their shared car during a lunch break and lo and behold, inside their car her husband is just banging away with another WF employee, someone much younger. I've never seen the entire store come together like a family as they did that day in support of the pregnant wife. Edit, the husband and wife stayed together, against everyone's advice, and the young lady he cheated with quit work. At first I thought this was going to be about the married and pregnant couple banging each other at work and I was gonna say well good for them. Same. Even when it got to her going to lunch in their shared car. I was like yep, dude walks out like 5 minutes to her and her husband boning. Nope. Really didn't like how this played out. I was a whitewater raft guide 10 years ago. We would party at the area where we stacked our rafts at night at our boathouse. We slept in tents nearby. One thing led to another and my girlfriend at the time and I got it on top of a stack of rafts under the stars quite drunk. The boathouse manager lived in a small apartment with an upstairs window directly adjacent to this stack of rafts. We would be introduced to our tours by him each day with fun little anecdotes. Like this is James, best river guide west of the Mississippi. So the next day, after saying nothing to us, he is introducing us and goes okay, now your guide is going to be Chelsea the Screamer. With a pointed look at us. She looked like she saw a ghost, then laughed it off. No further repercussions beyond the call out and a bit of laughs. It was a laid-back environment though. Edit, holy crap, I just got back from fieldwork to all the replies, thanks for the awards. I'm glad people found my experience entertaining. Worked retail in college. We were in the stockroom, clothes mostly still on, when the shift manager came in. Had her up against some fitted shirts. Me and her were written up and sent home. They interviewed us separately the next day. We lied about not having a relationship so they wouldn't transfer one of us. Looking back, I'm actually pretty surprised we weren't fired. There was a girl who had sex with some employees for pay. When caught, they transferred her to another building and took some minor disciplinary action against all involved. Then she did it again at the new building, so they transferred her back. Couple years had passed, so no old clients in her area. Then she did it again. Third time was the final straw to get her fired. This woman was taking home a 2 days paycheck for 1 day worth of work. She clearly was not giving her full attention to one of the jobs though. Yeah, she seemed distant during coitus, like she was distracted. Probably realized she forgot the new cover sheet on her TPS report. I never have, but I can tell you that entire company-wide design decisions have been made for Amazon fulfillment centers to help curb such actions. For example, all janitor closets are required to have half-glass doors. Worked for Amazon UK. Caught one of the reps having a threesome on the top floor of the tower with 2 blokes. Caught a security guard having sex in his car with another worker. Found a used silicone butt plus vagina sex toy in the bathroom absolutely soaked in jizz. Worked there like 3 months. Oh my god. That's disgusting. Where in the UK? And are there any positions available? Yes, doggy and reverse cowgirl are currently open. I read the comment as a security guard having sex with his car, and it brought up that one episode of my strange addiction. Are dragons stuck in cars? +7 her said it, a wholesome award? I am truly worried about some of you people. You are not okay. +18 her said it. Seriously, you can all stop with the awards now, I feel unclean. I forgot this sub existed and my life was calm and peaceful. Thanks for ruining it again. I was an engineer at a company. A couple were fired for having sex in his car in the parking lot. Our company was one of the biggest CCTV manufacturers in the world. I designed camera control systems. Our parking lot was also used to test product, and had one of the highest camera per square foot ratio of any parking lot, anywhere. Our cameras had amazing zoom capabilities. This just never occurred to these two brainiacs. Management insisted that we delete all footage. Edit, to clarify, these were not engineers. They were support. Maybe they had an associate degree, but I doubt it. The parking lot is company property. Company handbook and sexual harassment training both say not on company property. Also strongly implied is not with the company name. Edit, to clarify my first edit, people in the comments were assuming the couple were engineers. So I answered that. Now people are being offended that I cleared this up. Oh Reddit, you have to invent reasons to be offended. Enhance. I used to work in fast food, and a manager got caught having sex with an employee. They were going to just transfer him, but they realized that the employee was 17, manager was 24, so he was fired. The employee quit because they thought it would keep the manager from being fired. I quit a few weeks later for unrelated reasons. Edit, half the comments are asking if we worked at the same place. One, it is scary how many places this has happened to. I worked at a Taco Bell. Not me. But my ex-boss snorted coke in our bathroom before sucking off a customer in our parking lot, came back in and boasted to us that she got free weed from this guy. A week later, fired. She's still engaged to her fiancé, not the customer. SMH can't believe a bussiness would fire an employee so devoted to customer satisfaction. They always tell us to go the extra mile but fired her for going an extra 6 inches? They were a married couple but both employees. They got caught screwing at the Christmas party. Nothing happened for a few weeks, then they both got fired because they were collecting the gym membership stipend but couldn't show proof of attendance. Pretty sure that was the first and only time the company enforced the stipend rule. Based on what we all saw at the Christmas party, both haven't been hitting the gym as often as you say you are. Nothing. They said sorry and closed the walk-in door. Restaurants are a weird and wacky world. 10+ year pizza restaurant veteran. Can confirm. Lots of young, stressed out, overworked people who don't have time to develop social relationships outside of the kitchen. They're chained to 45+ hours a week. Add in the fact that many restaurants have lax enforcement of literally every rule they're supposed to have, and that so many restaurant employees are college kids or early 20s college dropouts that are still attractive and cool, and that so many restaurants serve alcohol to their staff, at a discount, frequently on the clock, and you've got a perfect storm. A perfect, sweaty, dramatic, foolish, horny storm. Edit, also drugs. The ducking was okay, the bubble in the pizza however, unacceptable. Dude, no joke, I've had employers with that mentality. So long as the customer was happy, no one gave a duck what happened behind the scenes. I was a shift manager at a pizza chain back in the day. A notoriously bad employee, found him sleeping in the proofer once, just didn't show up one day. Found out he was in jail for drugs. He came back and still had a job somehow. Not too long after that incident, he strolled in an hour and a half late, during Friday night rush hour, and when asked to answer the relentlessly ringing phone, he turned around and walked out. Pizza places seem to attract the dregs, but they typically tend to weed themselves out. Boss was caught screwing 5 different women at the hotel I worked at. He was fired, with a long investigation. Sure explained why the dude was always late leaving, had to catch up for how much ducking he did. My math teacher M got caught having sex with my English teacher F on the school printer in the conference room. He got the name Printer Ducker. Edit, the German word for printer is Drucker. So the name Drucker Ficker sounds a lot better in my native language. I was caught by my boss, going at it with my boss. He threw his binder down on the ground to get our attention. Then he left and we broke apart, then just finished the shift. I was so sure we were both going to get fired. I was a nervous wreck the whole day. In the end, he decided to not tell anyone and not to fire us. He just asked me if it was consensual, which it was, and lectured me on how inappropriate that was. Obviously I agree. He also said he wished us a happy relationship lol. Scariest and most awkward day at work of my life. Never again. I see the supervisor sometimes and I know it's obviously something we'll both never forget. Damn, what a dude, making sure you were not being taken advantage of, and letting you off with a binder drop. Respect.